crowd here dito sa Orion Sports Complex sa Orion, Bataan, where kanina hindi pa masyado napupuno, but you said kanina, Coach JB, wag natin maliitin ang mga fans ng Bataan, and they are really filling it to the rafters dito sa Orion Sports Complex, and very excited to see their home team go up against the Bacoor Strikers in our main game of the day. This is day 20 of the 2022 OK Bet Mpbl regular season presented by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances. Once again, the home team, the Bataan Gamay Coast Risers, going up against the Bacoor Strikers in our main game. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Palanya together with Coach JB Gayoso on the call for today. Coach, paangat ng paangat, game after game yung intensity natin ng finishes in this game. And I think this is gonna be the most intense one because of the crowd in play as well.
Matindi talaga nung panahon ng tingbaan. Bataan has fallen, but here sa Mpbl in Bataan, they never fall short of surprising everybody. Jam-pack ito mamaya. Napaka-exciting, and this team knows how to use their crowd. Pag pinag-iisipan ko lang kung paano mag-a-adjust ang Bacoor against this Bataan team.
Well, Bataan will not want to fall. The Risers, as they call them now. But first, let's introduce the third member of our broadcast panel, Miss Mika Abisa. Miss Mika, are you ready for the main game?
You know, it's always a pleasure to play out of town, because here you will see that the Filipinos are really one of the most passionate fans in the world. Pero gusto ko lang pag-usapan yung experience natin dito sa Bataan. First time ng Mpbl dito. Pagdating natin dito kanina, ang init, parang pwede na tayo mag-beach. Tapos biglang bumagyo. Very unpredictable, kagaya ng mga games natin dito today. Kaya what a way to welcome us here talaga sa Bataan. Coach JB, happy?
Thank you for that, Mika. We will be hearing more from her as the game progresses. But first, let's take a look at the standings bago tayo dumako sa ating two teams facing each other today. Bataan at 1-0 and Bacoor 0-1, losing their home opener in their first match.
Wow, napakaganda naman. Ako natutuwa ng result 2-2. Sadly for Manila, they fell short again going 1-5. Pero tama ka, titingnan natin sa dalawang koponan nito kung makukuha ng Bataan ang second win nila at ang Bacoor ang kanilang first.
First of all, let's talk about the Bacoor Strikers, the visiting team. They lost their last game against the erstwhile, still without a win, yung Mindoro Tams, losing by 5 last June 14th.
Oo nga, ito makita natin, field goal percentage is not really favoring the Bacoor Strikers. 4 of 26 shooting from the 3. Rebounding wise, 55-37. Yes, you can get the rebound, but let's see how much you can convert. Points of turnovers, makikita mo naman, 28-16. Ako lang ang masasabi ko, kailangan tumakbo nitong Bacoor Strikers because if they run and control the pace of this game, makokontrol nila ang crowd ng Bataan.
Despite having guys like Rocky Asidre, Mark Doligon in their roster, itong si Edsel mag-isa stood tall for them. The big man had 11 points and 3 rebounds in that game.
Well, this guy knows how to position himself well. Kung gamitin siya ng tama ng kanyang teammates, he will play another great game tonight.
Former San Juan Knight standing tall in that game of the Bacoor Strikers. Although that was a loss, he will look to build on that in this one against the home team, Bataan Risers. Let's talk about itong ang Bataan Risers, Jetro Sombrero and company, winning their first game 81-76 against the Jensen Warriors OK Bet.
And that's not a pushover team. Maganda ang pinakita ng Bataan doon. 26 of 71 field goal shooting. Better than itong Jensen. Free throw situation, yun, 78%. Rebounding, 55-52 points in the paint. 42. Ginagamit talaga nila ang kanilang katibayan ng katawan. Itong Bataan, that's why mas nilalapit nila kaysa tumira ng sa labas.
Very impressive win, and it was RV Bringas who spearheaded the charge for them in that one. 6'5" forward center out of Far Eastern University was a key player for them in that one.
Malungkot ako, Javi, because itong si RV Bringas, mukhang pumayat, mukhang nakondisyon siya. And this guy was so fun to watch because he would show other players na malalaki na kaya niyang tumakbo, kaya niya maglaro. Pero it's nice to see him lose weight. Good job on his part for getting in shape.
16 points and 11 rebounds during their first game against the Jensen Warriors. Let's now turn it over to Irvin Aawitin for the starters.
Maya Pabengi Mpbl fans, welcome to the Kamalig Orion Sports Complex for the continuation of the OKBet Manny Pacquiao's Mpbl 4th season presented by Extreme. Our main game for this evening will feature the Bacoor City Strikers going up against your one Bataan Risers Kamayakos. Let us now meet the starters for both teams. First, for the Bacoor City Strikers. Starting point guard number 20, Andretti Stevens. Shooting guard number 21, RJ Ramirez. Small forward number 14, J.R. Galli. Another forward number 34, Lander Canon. And at center number 17, King Destacamento. Head coach of Bacoor is Raymond Des. Assistant coaches Marlo Corpin, Allen Patrimonio, Marlo Aquino, June Prodigalidad. Team manager Mr. Dennis Abella. Assistant manager Lawrence San Jose. Team consultant Brian Aganos. Team owners Honorable Strike Biravilla and Ms. Che Cabal Revilla. And now make some noise for the Bataan Risers Kabaya! Starting point guard number 25, Chris Torrado. Shooting guard number 13, James Castro. Small forward number 12, Dante Fabio. Another forward number 4, Jetro Somero. And at center number 16, RV Bringas. Head coach of Bataan is J.R. Villanueva. Assistant coaches Frederick Francisco, Randy Rodriguez. Team manager Attorney Gary Palmero. Team owner Rudy Ilaga. We would like to invite Governor Abed Garcia and Mayor Tony Pep Raimundo on center court together with Mpbl Commissioner Captain Marbel Kenneth Duremdes and Mr. Emer Oreta of the Mpbl basketball operations for the ceremonial toss. Thank you very much, Bataan Governor Abed Garcia and Orion Bataan Mayor Tony Pep Raimundo. Our referees for this game, Jonal Belnas, Reynaldo Gabriel, Bayani Francisco Jr., Fort Man Hiram Scott.
Starters for this game, Andretti Stevens, RJ Ramirez in the backcourt. King Destacamento will be playing the 5 position for Bacoor, and Salvador Galit, Lander Cannon rounds up the 5 para sa strikers. Sa kabilang panig naman, Christopher Torrado, James Castro, Army Bringas, Dante Baguio Jr. and Jetro Sombrero for the home team, ang Bataan Risers. Team owner Mr. Goody Ilagan, Governor Abed Garcia, Mayor Tony Pep Raimundo, Vice Mayor RJ Fuster, the Orion Municipal Council, Barangay Chairman June Huco, Barangay Wawa Councils and Barangay Tanod, Orion Bureau of Fire, the Orion Municipal Police and Marshals, Provincial Governor and Bataan, Ms. Ludi Baron, Provincial Engineer Enrique Yuzon, Mr. Jeff Calma, Provincial Administrator Joff Loyola, LGU Coordinator Erwin Oximoso, Team Coordinator Ricky Maliksi, the who's who behind the team, the Bataan Risers, going up against the Bacoor Strikers dito sa kanilang pangalawang laro in our very young regular season of the OKBet Mpbl. Castro against RJ Ramirez. Kicks it out to Baguio. Possession will stay with the Risers.
You know what is sad, Javi, is the turnover factor for another game like this. 24 turnovers ang Bacoor in their last game against Mindoro. Something that they really need to prevent from happening again tonight against Bataan.
Oh, they were in that game, coach, till the very last minute. Kaya lang, as you mentioned, those turnovers really haunted them.
People have asked me why I constantly point out turnovers. Turnovers is actually the job of a teacher to point out the wrongdoings, the sad situations for you to come back the next day and do the right thing. And that's the reason why time and time again I point out things that need to be improved on so that the game becomes better for the team.
Oh, the strange thing for me, coach, from that last game, I covered that one with Coach Frank, with Sadelf Tupas rather, was Andretti Stevens was playing splendid at the point guard spot. And Coach Raymond Mendez decides to put back Eric Acuna. Wasn't able to give the same performance that Andretti had. Well, the strikers.
Si Andretti Stevens, matagal na rin naglalaro ito. Ang dami niya na ring experience. And you see in that situation, Andretti Stevens just, you know, he invites everybody to play defense on him and he looks for the open man. Great pass there.
Always love somebody who can play both sides of the ball and in turn lead your team as Bringas joins in on the party.
Kita mo, nagulat ako dun. Si Bringas na itulak.
Stevens inside. This is gonna be a highly physical game, coach. I'm already calling it. As we turn you over to Miss Mika Abesames for her first report. Mika?
Coach J.R. Villanueva took advantage of their 1-month break to give the boys more confidence. He said being homegrown players, they still feel intimidated by playing in the pro league. So they worked on this. Yan daw muna. Isa-isa daw muna. Now against this team, they know these guys are bigger. So they will try to do what Mindoro did against them. They used speed and being alert. Now speaking of speed, pag nag-one-on-one daw sila ni Jonas Villanueva, ang kanyang mas nakababatang kapatid, siya daw ang lamang. Javi, Coach JV.
Thank you for that report, Mika. Speed kills.
I really want to comment about what she points out because Mika just does a great job at pointing the right things out that the coaches say. But when the people started yelling, I just couldn't hear Mika. My apologies to you, Mika. Yan ang nagagawa ng Bataan hometown crowd.
Kanina, during the final moments of our second game, as Andretti Stevens able to get another basket inside the paint. Moments during the end of that game, that second game, may gap pa dito sa gitna natin, coach, the opposite side where we're facing. Pero ngayon, punong-puno na talaga.
Alam mo, Javi, I was told that they're not allowing people to stand in the sides because of the current situation, health situation. Nilimit pa nila yan.
Cannon gives a screen for Ramirez. Bringas and Ramirez, both former FEU Tamaraos from different times. Let's see that replay of the previous sequence. Ayun, no? Ramirez is asking for an unsportsmanlike because looks like Bringas swung his arm.
Pareho silang taga-FEU. Kala ko nag-chest bump lang eh. So, yun. Hindi natawagan.
Pati siguro yung referee nalito eh. Akala nga niya, sign of camaraderie.
Yun.
Ramirez pulls up, gives it up to the Sacramento at the last moment, and King finishes.
And that's the second time the Sacramento rolls to the basket and gets a pass from his teammates. Great move. Alam mo, kahit ibato mo nga yan way above the ring, kayang-kayang abutin ni King de Sacramento yan. This guy can lead.
Kasama mo na yung leaping prowess dyan. To the physical tools that he was bestowed upon, that length, that height. Castro to the teeth of the defense. Another basket para kay James. Almost a turnover for the strikers. Stevens will attempt for 3. Off to the right. Recycle. Goes to Galit. Almost forces another opportunity. But that's going to be out of bounds. Possession for the Risers. Screen and roll action on the right flank. Nobody coming in the direction of King Destacamento. Sombero from top of the key, that's off to the left. Cut by Galit. Lefty is fouled.
I'm doing a double take on Castro. And I go, I know this guy, but he just looks different. Yung gupit niya ngayon, clean cut, good-natured. Parang hindi mo akalain na pagdating sa basketball court, he is the same Castro who used to play, if I'm not mistaken, for Bacoor as well, or one of those Cavite teams. James Castro.
Used to sport a much different hairstyle.
Oo, kaya sabi ko, parang familiar, even the move.
But has always been a reliable scorer and playmaker, any team that he plays for. 11 apiece is our count. Castro hesitates. That's going to be a charge. That is what a guy named Reddy Stevens can bring to your team.
Yep. He knows what to do at the right time. He knows he's actually, by nature, a great defensive player, aggressive. He knows how to move his feet. Hindi wasted ang kanyang pagkikilos. And at the same time, nakakatulong siya sa offense, dishing out the right passes to his teammates.
Lester Reyes into the ball game for Coach Ray Mendez. Ramirez from straight away. That's short. That's good box out by the little man. Drawing the cheers from the crowd. Castro. Offensive rebound para sa Bataan. Torado is against Cannon. Met by Stevens as well. 1 second on the shot clock. Oh! Risers not realizing it.
Alam mo, Javi, kahit sinisigawan na sila, kung sigawan man sila ng mga coaching staff na, seconds to go, hindi rin maririnig eh.
4 minutes and 16 seconds ang nalalabit dito sa ating first quarter.
Another scorer coming in, Rocky Asidre. Castro as well for Bacoor.
Eric Acuña and Mark Montuano checking into the game as well. Screen and roll action. Acuña picks up his dribble. Asidre, 5 on the shot clock. Montuano, he can hit that. That shot is pure.
Montuano lalo naging padero. Look at the muscle in his body. Naging pader talaga. His first 2 points.
Tough matchup right there for the lean Jetro Sombero. Hands it off to James Castro. Dorado thinking 3, decides to go to the teeth of the defense. Swish and flick.
I like those extra movements, catching the defender unaware of what he'd do. Dorado just penetrating.
But Reyes responding with a 3-pointer. 16-13 is our count. Dorado wants Bringas at the post. There's that slow shot fake. The might putting to good use ni RV Bringas. Here's that drive by Torado. Gutsy, nobody
Yeah.
in his vicinity to challenge.
Nice move by Torado, pero mas maganda yung fake pass niya, kaya siya nagkaroon ng clear path to the basket. Bring us will, yun nga sinasabi, bring us home. Bring us.
I remember how hard it was to guard RV Bringas when he was still playing for San Sebastian when he was in high school, for De La Salle in his first few years of college, and even when he transferred to the FU Tamaraos, still is a major threat up to now in his days in the MPBL.
Mataas ang basketball IQ niya. Naiintindihan niya ang nangyayari. Assist situation, 6 for Bacoor, 4 for Bataan. An aspect of the game that both teams was really improve on. 4 points.
Montuano back-to-back hits. Castro unmolested. That's now 9 points in the game. He had 16, sharing scoring honors with one RV Bringas. Against Jensen, Asidre is short. When we were reviewing the roster during pregame nitong Bacoor Strikers, I said that it was going to be Rocky Asidre who would carry the offensive load para dito sa Bacoor Strikers, but played really sparingly in that game against the Mindoro Tams.
Dito sa game na to, sadly for Rocky Asidre, he has to guard James Castro. Yes. Kanina meron tayong Jason Castro, ngayon James Castro. My goodness.
As well as missing from the short corner. Asidre, another opportunity. That's off to the right. Still scoreless is the former Arellano University chief.
I thought he had it. Set himself up for the 3. Etong si Rocky Asidre.
No numbers right here, but Somero decides to take one. 18-17 is our score. Less than 2 minutes remaining here. Foul called on number 4, Jetro Somero.
An important part of their game for Bacoor should be improvement on the fast break. Javi, in their last game, 6 lang ang fast break points. Imagine, 6 points, 6 fast break points lang. You really cannot rely only on outside shooting and set plays.
And that's valuable insight, coach, because they're not the tallest of teams here in the MPBL.
And they have guys who can run.
There's Edsel Mag-isa, King Destacamento. This guy can do it too, Mark Montuano.
Oh!
The riser is on the break. Castro, ooh, almost a good dish off. But the foul stopping the piece of action.
4 guys, 1 against 4. Castro penetrating. Maganda na sana yung dish off. Di lang natawagan, natuloy dahil natawagan ng foul.
Sideline inbound para sa Bataan Risers. Lastimosa will throw it in. Gilbert De La Torre has checked into the game for Coach J.R. Villanueva. Lastimosa from straight away, back irons that one. Acuna at the controls para sa Bacoor. Hounded by De La Torre. Montuano goes through the teeth of the defense, denied by David.
I thought Montuano was gonna take that shot. Opted to penetrate, got his shot blocked.
He hit 2 from that distance.
Oo nga eh.
De La Torre, he can hit that. Short. Reyes collects the board. Asidre, he will not hesitate. And that's an overly aggressive contest by Gilmer De La Torre.
Tingnan natin if Rocky Isidre gets his 3 from the line. Talagang binagsakan, di natin nakita yung contact. I'm assuming lang based on the jump, ano? Yes, he gets the 3.
He was well behind the line. So 3 free throws coming right up para dito kay Rocky Isidre. So be a big boost para sa kanyang kumpiyansa. Already attempted a couple of shots.
Natutuwa. Oh, sorry, Javi. Natutuwa ako sa mga fans na sumisigaw habang tumitira ang prolific shooter. And right now, maniwala na kayo, bingi na yan. Wala na siyang naririnig itong si Rocky Isidre.
Did you see the facial expression, coach? Just grinning while preparing to hoist those shots up. Makes all 3 of them. Lang problema para kay Rocky Isidre. He punctuates our first quarter of action. That's a 21-17 tally at the end of 1. Mark Montuano able to help his team build his 4-point advantage at the end of 1 despite the heroics of James Castro. We'll be right back for the second quarter of action. Stay with us.
Nagsisimula to sa pag-harvest ng ingredients na ihahalo sa neutral spirits at barrel-aged hanggang ito'y maging ginto para mas swabe ang hagod nito. Ginto, ibang ginto.
Masaganang buhay sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Merlyson. Hatid ko po sa inyo ang do-it-yourself tips at iba pang sikreto mula sa magsasaka para sa mga magsasaka.
Back here inside the Orion Sports Complex as the crowd really enjoying watching their home team go up against the Bacoor Strikers. A lot of beautiful faces in attendance for our main game. Day 20 of the OKBet 2022 Mpbl regular season presented by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances. Abby Balanya on the call together with Coach JV Gayoso and Ms. Mika Bisanis manning the sidelines for courtside duty.
I like what Bacoor did. They're implementing a zone defense but they're extending way out. Kung saan nakatayo ang mga offensive players ng Bataan, nandun din sila.
First quarter field goal story on your screens. 8 out of 20 for Bacoor and 6 out of 17 lamang para sa Bataan. They're lucky to be down by just 4 points, Coach.
That's true. Right now, Bacoor has not been hitting their 3-point shots, lalo na si Rocky Isidre. But I think, based on experience lang, Rocky Isidre should take his threes after a dribble forward towards the basket. Ilang beses na siya nag-attempt, nakatayo lang siya. And it hasn't been falling. Maybe the momentum of that dribble towards the basket will allow him to get favorable points from the 3.
Espuelas missing a jumper earlier. Oh, and the 3-point play opportunity para kay Ernesto Bondok.
Number 12, Eric James Acuna. Called for the foul. Nakita pa ng ref yun sa sobrang laki ng mga tao sa loob.
So because it happened away from play, there will be no bonus free throw, but instead, possession will stay with the Risers after that foul by Eric Acuna.
Did you see the foul? I didn't see the foul.
It was away from the play,
Oh
Coach.
my. Nagulat nga ako kasi puro puno nandun. Biglang may isang maliit na nawawala dun.
Stuck amongst the threes.
Bingo.
Bondok, 5 straight points para sa kanya. This crowd screaming defense right here. Acuna. Castro. This is Paulo Castro from the Strikers. Missing on the three-point try. Turning it over. De La Torre. Leather finds its way to Espuelas. Almost a strip. Bondok jab step against Acuna. Spinning. Montuano forward. Oh! Almost a miss by Junji Halyare.
Kakapasok ko pa ni Halyare. Mukhang malamig na malamig pa.
2-3 zone para dito sa mga nakaputi. Espuelas will get his. That's short. Reyes securing the board. Acuna will call the play, but decides to dump it down to the baseline. Overshoots that one is Lester Reyes. And the block will be called on Bacoor.
Acuna getting his second foul.
Telegraph pass by Montuano, sending it well on the way to Junji Halyare.
But that's a nice thing to see. It's a fast break point, which is what we're really requesting from Bacoor to, improve on.
De La Torre back to Bilugan. That was short, just on the release. Sean Andrew Neri also just checked into the game. So this Edsel Mag-isa, top scorer para sa Strikers in their last game. 11 points and 3 rebounds for the former San Juan Knight. Halyare and Neri making their debuts today for Bacoor.
Zone defense now by Bataan. You see the zone defense, all you need to do is rotate that ball. Let the defense move. Eventually, they'll stop. Instead, turnover again by Bacoor.
That drive not getting the Risers defense any threats. But that one will really strike something into the hearts of the Strikers, as well as with a jumper.
Just as we were saying, Javi, we rotate that ball, find an open man on a zone.
That set fire splash para kay Sean Neri.
Another three.
We're going back and forth here. It's a three-point shooting party. 27-26. Montuano from the perimeter.
Nice shot by Montuano with a hand in his face. But both teams are implementing a zone defense with Bacoor really extending wide out.
The toughest thing when you're playing zone is finishing that defense with a defensive rebound. De La Torre pushing it, rises and finishes. The crowd is loving it, Coach.
Yep. It keeps us quiet because once they start yelling, we can't hear each other. But De La Torre elevates and there's nothing Montuano could do. What a layup.
Mag-isa, first try into the lane is foiled.
Well, Mag-isa must understand he's going up against three guys. He needs to be patient and wait for the chance that he's one-on-one against his defender.
Montuano trying to salvage control of the leather to his team. And that goes back to the Risers. 6 seconds on their shot clock. Here's an athletic finish by Gilmer De La Torre.
Ang layo ng take-off. Kanina ko pa pino-point out. Pag masaya, nakikita mo yung smiley face. Hirap ng pigilin. I'll take this opportunity as well, Javi. Good evening sa mga wala dito from Bataan. Good evening po sa inyo. At sa mga nanonood from Bacoor, Cavite. Good evening. Enjoy the Mpbl game.
Bondok missing on a three-point try. The crowd was ready to go up on its feet. 4 seconds on the 24. Bilugan. David, extra possession. Destacamento making it hard for him, but gets another one. Gets all glass. Alyare.
Oh! Could have been an offensive goaltend by Destacamento. I think the ball was going in.
A strange sequence right there, but our referees letting the players play through it.
Wow.
Another floater in the lane para kay Chris Dorado. 31-30, slim 1-point advantage for the home team. Junji fails to add to his count. No numbers here for Bataan that they will take it nonetheless. And Bilugan finishes. The running game by Torado. He was the catalyst on this one. No numbers, but still decided to go for the drive into the lane, dishing it off at the right moment to Bilugan for the finish. 33-30 yung ating score. Timeout for the Bacoor Strikers.
No reason to miss out on movie nights or your favorite weekly series when you link your Signal account on Signal Play. Just log in to signalplay.com, enter your Signal prepaid or postpaid account, and unlock the same awesome content right on your mobile device. Tara sa Signal Play. Link your account and get a free premium. Available to active postpaid plans 520 and up and prepaid loads 500 and up.
Is the count here, but the Kamaya Coast Risers leading the Bacoor Strikers. 3:50 remaining dito sa ating first half. Alyare has hit a couple, but will be called for steps. Both teams, coach, are playing zone on defense, but Bataan has had more effectivity come through for them.
Well, Bataan is really clogging up the inside. Habang makikita mo ang Bacoor, they're really extending out. They look like they're doing a man-to-man thing, but everybody sags once somebody receives the ball.
Dorado. Stevens gives him space. Oh, that's a tricky pass. But Baguio able to finish that play.
Napakaganda tingnan. I believe homegrown talent itong mga nakikita natin. And They just have that experience of playing against each other. Nagkakapasahan ng sitwasyon. They know what to do. Nagkakaintindihan sila sa passing and receiving.
Destacamento rattles that one in. Coach, what's more impressive to me on that play by Chris Torrado, this guy is only 5'7" at best. I don't think he's even 5'6", but that's what it says on their lineup. It's always hard to make a tough pass like that. Locate your big man, James Castro. Couldn't complete that play.
Tama ka dun, lalo na pag nandun ka sa lugar ng kung saan malalaki lahat ng mga katapat mo. Yet he makes a great pass, accurate pass to his teammate.
Mag-isa forces the issue against Baguio.
Baguio looks like a deceiving player, very thin but looks very tough. I've played against one of the greatest thin man ever against, and I hated it when I had to go near him, Mon Fernandez.
You'd hurt, Mr. President, ika nga. Don Ramon.
Yep.
Stevens misses from 3. Tsaka coach, yung mga body build na tulad ni Baguio, pag galing kang probinsya talaga. And this is not a shot to the players from the province, but pag ganyan yung build mo, as he hits another jumper, expect mo talaga na sobrang titigas na mga yan. Don't be fooled by the lead frame.
Oo naman, the way they play, sanay sa semento yung mga yan. And Baguio knows how to move. Habang yung kanyang defender nakatayo lang, pinapanood yung action. And this is something that they need to work on. You have to be constantly moving on defense. Lalo na you have a player like Baguio who's always moving on offense to get himself free.
Here's that play made possible once again by Torrado. That connection doing wonders in this past couple of possessions. 4 assists in the game para kay Chris Torrado. Samantalang 4 points na rin para kay Baguio. Chris. Ooh. He is visibly frustrated after that strip attempt by Dreddy Stevens. Coach, wala akong masabi dito. This guy is just really brave. Walang kinakatakutan.
Sanay kasi yan, sanay talaga yan sa mga larong tulad nito. And not even in a venue like this. He just likes to play. It's street basketball at a higher level for this guy. And he's showing yung kanyang kakayahan.
But I appreciate he vented his frustration on the padding under the basket instead of going up to Dreddy Stevens and challenge him because of the strip that he attempted.
I'm pretty sure respetado niya na ang liga. Sometimes you just, react accordingly, but on Stevens' part. But Torrado, wise enough now to, understand frustration foul lang yun.
And it looks like the call was upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul. Torrado will trip to the line for 2. This will also mean ball possession para sa Bataan Risers. 1 minute and 25 remaining. Chris misses the first one. Oh! 0 out of 2. From the 15-foot line is Chris Torrado. So our score still stands 37-32.
Nai-imagine ko na, Javi, itong si Torrado sa kanilang mga barangay. Pag ito siguro naglaro, dayo talaga lahat. Wow!
Second three-pointer of the ball game for James Castro. Now 12 points para sa kanya. Mag-isa way off on that jumper. 8 na kalamangan dito ng Bataan. Spectacular it has been this backcourt ng Bataan. Bringas, that slow fake into the middle. Attempt block. Bilugan. Bounces out and about. Possession swing back to Bacoor.
Well, Bringas should have taken that shot. Ganda na ng ginawa ni Torrado. You know, attracting everybody's attention and dishing that off for him for an easy 2. But he opted to penetrate.
30 seconds, time remaining on the game clock. And a foul away from play. Both our sideline referee and baseline referee motioning for that violation. Bataan over the limit. So that will mean 2 shots para kay Lander Cannon. Pero timeout muna tayo mga kaibigan. 40-32 is the count. We will be right back.
Power up!
Kirby Raimundo on your screens. One of the hometown heroes dito sa Orion, Bataan. And Governor Abed Garcia.
Nakakatuwa nga. Kirby came up to me earlier. Nakakatuwa tingnan yung mga dating ex-pros. A true homegrown of Orion. Itong si Kirby Raimundo.
The Kid, as he was called during his playing days. Played for the Pure Foods franchise as well as the Ginebra Gin Kings. Oh!
Baguio losing the rebound, going to Sombrero.
14 seconds on the shot clock.
Galit receives the inbound. Ramirez looks at the clock. They want to milk this shot clock as much as they can. 5, 4, 3, 2, and not enough time. Will they count it? Yes, they will. Mag-isa will be credited. Torrado, familiar floater, is gonna miss. And just intense action building up. Don't you just love it, Coach, as a fan? Of course, we don't want any dirty plays happening. Pero nakakatuwa rin talaga panoorin itong intense na action eh.
Oh, talaga naman. Ganyan talaga dito sa MPBL. Everybody wants to win, lalo na itong Bataan, but Bacoor will do everything para hindi payagan ito.
Observe Bringas right there. And it appears naman na wala siyang ginawa from that angle. Galit just falls to the ground. But by himself. Let's look at that from a closer angle. Ayun.
I think what could have been avoided is just lifting his arms up. And that's what they're trying to point out.
And both teams now will troop to their dugouts as our referees will confer on the decision that should be made. Of course, our head of security, Boss Rudy Distrito, in the middle of everything. But let's feed the best player of the half from the home team, James Castro. 4 out of 6 from the field, a dozen points already. Hitting from the outside, driving into the lane, drawing the defense, making plays for his teammates. Spectacular performance. Almost eclipsing his 16-point total from the last game. He is with Mpbl Bacoor at courtside.
Salamat, hindi naging maganda yung umpisa, no? Very intense itong game na to, pero sabi mo nga sa akin kanina, kaya kasi Astro Boy, kasi pag na-charge ka, dire-diretso na.
Siguro yung focus lang namin sa depensa kasi nakaka-score yung Bacoor, kaya kailangan namin mag-focus pa sa depensa para may stop namin yung mga umi-score sa kanila.
Alam mo kung ano pang isang naka-charge? Yung fans dito. Ano bang gusto mo sabihin sa kanila para suportahan pa kayo sa second half?
Unang-una, nagpapasalamat kami sa lahat ng fans dito sa Bataan. Mula nang naglaro ako dito sa Bataan Risers, sobrang grabe yung suporta dito sa Bataan talaga. Solid!
Maraming salamat and good luck sa second half. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Buong bansa'y magsama-sama in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 MPBL na! MPBL!
Balitang mahalaga sa'yo. Mga balitang tungkol sa'yo.
Isa sa ilalim.
Your viewing experience.
Papunta pa lang tayo sa exciting part.
Because more channels.
Back at the Orion Sports Complex here in Bataan for the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, I'm Mpbl Bacoor and I am with two very special people, Governor Apet Garcia and Mayor Tony Pep Raimundo. Gov, first of all, thank you for welcoming the MPBL to Bataan. Nakita naman natin with the fans na nandito ngayon, talagang they are one of the biggest fans in the Philippines.
Yes, Mika, thank you very much. At sinimulan nyo ulit yung MPBL. At excited na excited po kami dito sa lalawigan ng Bataan sa pagbalik ng MPBL dito po sa aming lalawigan. At nagpapasalamat po kami sa Bayan ng Orion dahil pansamantala pinagamit po nila ang kanilang Kamalig Center sa pamumuno ni Mayor Tony Pep na temporary site for our MPBL habang pinapaganda po natin yung ating original na People Center. Kaya maraming salamat sa fans ng Bataan Risers. dito po sa Bayan ng Orion at kay Mayor Tony Pep Raimundo.
Very excited po kami dyan sa ating bagong venue. Maraming salamat po, Gov. Mayor, alam nyo, kanina medyo lumakas ang ulan, nakaramdam tayo ng konting bagyo, pero napuno pa rin ang Orion Sports Complex.
Sa malaking karangalan na yung MPBL ay dito ginanap sa aming bayan at kasama ng aming mga kababayan, kalalawigan na welcome ang ating mga palaro dito sa ating bayan.
Maraming salamat po. Once again, Governor Apet Garcia and Mayor Tony Pep Raimundo. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay umayanig kapag nag-3.
Orion Sports Complex here in Bataan for the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. I'm Mika Abesamis and I am with Sir Dennis Abella, the co-owner of the Bacoor team. And of course, hindi na kailangan ipakilala pa, Mr. Kirby Raimundo. Sir, first of all, nakita naman natin na talagang may height advantage ang Bacoor compared to other teams. I'm sure you have a lot of big plans for this team.
Well, siyempre, since 3 years na namin dito sa MPBL and we're always supporting Senator Manny Pacquiao. And kami, dire-diretso lang sa laban at kung ano man yung kahinat na nung mga laro namin, bonus na yun.
Help me po in asking the fans to support the Bacoor team.
Yes, supportahan nyo lang po lagi ang ating team, ang Bacoor City Strikers. Siyempre, nagpapasalamat po kami sa aming ama ng Bacoor, si Mayor Strike Revilla at ang kanyang asawa si Shay Revilla. Pwede ko na rin bang batiin yung mga sponsors namin. Binabati ko yung mga sponsors namin, ang Show My King, ang 24 Alkaline Sea, ang JCA Sports, at syempre gusto ko lang batiin si Dr. Richard Nixon Gomez.
Okay, maraming salamat, sir. Eto, kung bibilangin ko ang taon, kung ilang taon ko na ini-interview to, baka hindi na natin mabilang. Sir, first of all, thank you for welcoming the Mpbl dito sa Bataan. Nakita naman natin ang init ng pagtanggap ng fans.
Talagang itong hilig ng mga kabataan dito sa Bataan, basketball talaga number one sport sa amin. So, we're blessed na dinala dito ni Senator Manny yung MPBL, Kuya Kenneth Durandes and Emer.
Sir Kirby, as a pro player, baka gusto mo naman bigyan ng advice yung mga aspiring players natin dito.
Well, basketball is 10 to 15 years lang yan sa season ng buhay ng player. So, why not give it all, sharpen your skills and make the right decisions in life. Ganun lang naman.
Napakaganda nun. Sharpen your skills. Maraming salamat po, sir. Back to you guys, Javi and Coach JV.
Thank you, Mika. And we are at the half here in our main game of Day 20's triple header ng OKBet 2022 Mpbl regular season presented by Extreme One Stop Shop Appliances. Bataan, the home team, holding a 6-point advantage over the Bacoor Strikers. Here are the highlights from the first half. Andrade Stevens setting up the table very well for his team. They had a good start, built an early lead, but the crowd coming into play para sa Bataan. The sixth man, ika nga, and this guy, James Castro, 12 points in that first half.
At maganda dyan yung orchestration ng kanyang teammate. Itong si Torado. Napakaganda because he was just creating stuff for his teammates. Ilang assists?
6 assists.
6 assists. Plus all the other factors of how he contributed on defense, aggravating itong mga guards ng Bacoor Strikers.
There's that pass to James Castro, one of the 6 assists dito ni Chris Torado as you look at the numbers from the half.
I pointed this out because they're basically the same assists, 12 each. Turnovers, 5 to 4. 4 points ang Bacoor off the turnover, 6 naman sa Bataan. Bench scoring, 21 to 14. Offensive rebounds, pareho lang din. And I need to point out, the score is this way because of intensity on offense. Napakaganda, 2 of 10 for Bacoor. That's aggressive defense ang Bataan. Their zone defense, 4 of 17 naman para sa Bataan. Another factor is the bench scoring. Etong Bataan nangingibabaw 21 to 14. Mas mahirap kasi pag maraming nakakascore sa team mo, hindi mo malalaman kung sino ang didepensahan mo. Great job there by Bataan in tonight's game against Bacoor.
So the 3-point shooting, one of the main things that has catapulted the Risers to the lead despite numerous identical stat departments. Here are your leading scorers at the half. As you said earlier, James Castro with 12, Arby Bringas with 6, Bilugan with 5, as well as Bondok. Sa kabila naman, it's Mark Montuano and King Destacamento leading the pack para sa Strikers.
Well, Mark Montuano played in the first quarter. I don't recall seeing him in the second, and if he did, sparingly at the most, because I'm pretty sure gustong ipunin ang energy niya for the second half. And that's where the other big men of Bacoor had to step up sana para sa second quarter nila.
Lots of beautiful, pleasant faces in attendance here sa Orion Sports Complex dito sa Bataan. All cheering and egging the Risers to come up with a W, their second straight.
I didn't catch that, what was announced.
I believe that this was going to be about the last sequence that happened before both teams got into the dugout.
So James Castro on the line. Technical free throw.
It was an assistant It was a technical foul on the assistant coach of the Bacoor Strikers.
Unsportsmanlike foul on number 16, RV Bringas. That's his second personal foul.
Unsportsmanlike foul, yan yata yung kanyang motion to na hindi niya na kailangan iangat ang kamay. But it wasn't really an elbow thrown at someone's face. Natamaan nga lang. May natamaan nga lang.
And because J.R. Galit was the one who was sprawling on the floor after that hit, he's going to take the 2 shots, makes the first one.
And who gets ball possession? Bacoor, I believe.
Bacoor, yes, they will get ball possession because technical lang ang tinawag dito, and the gravity of the unsportsmanlike foul obviously heavier. That is why they will gain possession at the start of the third quarter. Ramirez can Mark Miranda, Mark Pangilinan, Mark Matuano, and King Destacamento, the 5 on the floor to start for Coach Ray Mendez and the Bacoor Strikers. You were telling me, Coach, that this guy, Mark Pangilinan, has yet to see action, and here he is missing his first 3-pointer.
Well, Pangilinan can really shoot, but I'm questioning his legs. He seems that he's favoring one leg. Wow.
Nobody home to stop Jetro Sombero.
But Torado creating once again yung vision niya on the court. He knows. He looks right or left, but is actually passing down low.
Ramirez answering back with a jumper. First points of the game para sa kanya. And Coach, vision, that is something most of the time you cannot teach.
Yes, that's something natural, peripheral vision.
Bringas handed off to Bondok. He has that shot. Short, but Sombero creates another opportunity. Putback is up and in.
Second attempt, 4th point of Sombero dito sa quarter na ito. Sa pag-umpisa ng third. Mabalik tayo dun sa peripheral vision. Torado has great peripheral vision because his heart is all about passing, and he's really looking at players who are free.
So once the intent is there, the equal action is provided. At rebound play na late si Ken Mark Miranda sa pag-box out kay Jetro Sombero. And here he is once again, almost securing a defensive possession in.
I don't understand why Sombero yelled at the ref when he was really at fault. But he said words that I can't repeat on the air.
Sweet nothing, sika nga.
Oo.
Referee Jojo Bernas, the referee sa ating baseline.
You know, I was watching him making that rebound, and once he got the rebound, he wasn't actually looking at the ball.
Sa referee na agad nakatingin.
And hindi niya tangan pa bola, kaya nawala.
Pangilinan, this will do wonders for his confidence, seeing the ball go through the net.
That's so true. Great thing to point out, Javi.
Of course, you would know a thing or two about that, Coach.
Oh, laking bagay, makikita mo talaga. Just the visuals, the muscle memory na makita mo pumasok ang bola sa net.
And here he is, second 3-point try is good.
Kakasabi lang.
That's all he needed. Castro, that shot doesn't go. Bringas offensive rebound, blocked by Miranda. Bondok tries to answer back. Destacamento, defensive rebound. Ramirez is ahead of the pack. Slow to go to him. Oh, babies, that shot. RJ Ramirez.
Just weak shot, weak release, and that's why it didn't reach the proper board.
Rare miscue inside the lane for Torado. Cross court, they go to Miranda. In and out, Montuano, offensive rebound, strip, left-handed shot is good.
We mentioned Montuano earlier. We missed the services in the second quarter. Medyo nakapagpahinga. Buong second, tingnan natin ngayon. Maganda ang pinapakita. Mas may lakas itong si Montuano.
10 points and 6 rebounds in their game against the Mindoro Taps. Here he is running the floor. Too many steps para kay Mark Montuano.
I don't understand ba't tinawagan ng traveling yun. 5 steps lang naman eh. Hindi naman sinasadya, Javi.
I don't think you've ever committed the foul in your career, Coach.
Never. Mga referees din, di marunong tumawag eh. No, but ako naman natutuwa sa laki ni Montuano. Tumakbo na nga ng fast break. A technical call.
There's gonna be another technical.
On.
That's the third this quarter. We are barely 3 minutes into this period.
At sino ang... We're finding out to clarify sino, kanino.
It's gonna be on the bench of the Bacoor strikers. And that technical will fall on the head coach.
So another technical on the bench, the coach will be thrown out of the game.
Twice na binigyan ng warning ang bench ng Bacoor. So 3 times is way too much na raw para sa ating mga officials, hence the technical. Bondok, 3 for 3. Short. Smallest guy on the floor with the offensive rebound. Castro, no look to bring us. Could muster enough concentration to finish that one.
In this bit of action, makikita natin ang defense. King Destacamento reacts after the pass rather than anticipates what will happen before a pass is made. And he should block that path. He's so tall against a much shorter guy. He can just wait for the attempt and block it and use his weak hand to prevent a pass.
RV bring us 16 points and 11 rebounds against the Jensen Warriors. Split at the line para sa kanya, but Sombero, energy, motor, hustle. Name of the game para kay Jetro Sombero.
Well, Sombero just pushed Destacamento out of the way.
Love the action building up right here between Montuano and Bringas in the way that, you know, they're tapping each other on the back.
Mutual respect talaga among the two big men. Palitan ng pawis sila eh, no? Or should I say sebo? Palitan ng sebo. Pangilinan with the 3!
Boom! Second three-pointer of the game for Mark Pangilinan.
Hindi tumama sa ring eh.
Ringless nga, Coach Iga. All net. Missed his first attempt from the left flank. That makes both from the right. That's going to be a moving screen on Sombero. We're going back and forth here, but let's look at that great setup. RJ Ramirez to the sniper, Mark Pangilinan.
Basta may space, Mark Pangilinan talaga will take that 3. Montuano has that.
Hit 2 from that distance in the first half. Back irons this one. Castro, 3 for 3. Astro Boy, bang! Five-point lead here for Bataan, 52-47. Lots of threes being rained upon here. Miranda, will he join the party? No good. Bataan will push. Almost left RJ Ramirez in the dust. Found his way free underneath the basket, but that last second swipe by Miranda, I believe, kept Torado from finishing that play. Set up by Chris. That's assist number 8. Brilliant all-around performance for him.
Sarado aabot dyan, double-double for tonight. I can call it na.
Oh! Rare error right there for him. Ramirez finishes. Almost halfway through this third quarter, 52-49. Castro gets the screen from Bondok. Last touch will be on Lander Calvin.
I yet to see Bondok take another attempt from the three. He made a couple in the first half. Maybe one or two long ones.
He's had one in this quarter, coach, but it back-ironed. Remains to be seen if he can continue. Castro off to the left. Ramirez ends up with the leather. Cross court, Pangilinan, same spot. Ooh, just short.
Oh,
but
nice
the
stop.
smallest player for Bacoor, Eric Acuna, ends up with the offensive rebound. Fouled on the way up.
But nice stop there by Bacoor striker. Here we have, oh no. Sa akin listahan, number 8 is mag-isa. But that was
Lester Reyes.
Lester Reyes. Oh, we need to check that. Yes. In my list, number 6 pala. Hindi, he's number 8.
His number, medyo deceiving nga yung
Oo nga.
number 6.
6 ba yan? Okay. Well, great tap for him to his teammate Acuna.
Split at the line for Acuna. Another rebound for Reyes. Pangilinan. Ramirez maneuvering inside. That's going to be a foul on the strip. Offensive rebound story here, coach. 14-12.
Yeah, 12-4. Second chance points. Bataan 12, Bacoor 7.
And Bataan is over the limit. RJ Ramirez will take 2 shots. This is also a guy who needs to get it going para sa Bacoor strikers. Started this game for Coach Raymond Dez. He's played already 16 minutes in this one.
But if I'm not mistaken, I think Ramirez is tasked to guard Castro. That's tough to do, but this time he goes to another man.
Inside points, plus 10 dyan ang Bataan, 28-18. Bilugan, momentarily stopped by Acuna.
Bench points, Javi, 31 bench points na for Bataan.
Oh! Ramirez gets it back. Pangilinan. Still no go from that spot. Oh, that's a dangerous pass by RJ. Astro Boy. Dipsy Do. That's now 17 points in the game. Another steal here by Bataan. And that's going to be a foul on Eric Acuna. James Castro. Difficult shot against Mark Pangilinan. Going underneath the arm. Kili-kili shot para kay James Castro. Timeout muna tayo mga kaibigan. 54-52. Lamang ang Bataan. 3:47 remaining. We'll be right back.
Ingredients na ihahalo sa neutral spirits at barrel-aged hanggang ito'y maging ginto para mas swabe ang hagod nito. Ginto, ibang ginto. Power
up your viewing experience.
Papunta pa lang tayo sa exciting part.
Because more channels are added to your signal lineup. Now super loaded with these new channels. Kapamilya Channel HD, Spo TV and Spo TV 2, Fox News Channel and Deutsche Welle. Keep your postpaid or prepaid account active to enjoy these new channels. Scan the QR code to know more.
Looking at Kirby Raimundo joining the commissioner's role. Captain Marbel Kenneth Duremdes, the Destroyer, Rudy Distrito. All great players during their respective pro careers.
Oo, lahat sila. Sinaktan ako. Talagang ako lang mabait dun
Pati
sa...
si Kirby?
Oo.
Pero parang kanina, coach, nung in-approach ka niya, Bataan is able to score. Nung in-approach ka niya, parang wala naman siyang ginawa sa'yo.
Wala, napakabait talaga. He's a very nice young man.
2-3 zone para dito sa Risers. Almost gets an interception. Paulo Castro into the game. Cannon. Oh, Baguio sends that one back. But Castro, second opportunity. It's a foul.
James Castro showing Baguio what to do. Turn. Don't just bring that ball down. Turn away from the defenders para hindi makuha or matapik ang bola sa'yo.
And the other Castro, Paulo Castro, sinking his first point of the game.
Earlier, nakita ko si Bilugan. He was able to steal the ball, harap-harapan. And I'm watching, paano niya nagawa yun? And I'm looking at his arms. They're extremely long for his size.
Escuela, as that shot is off to the right. Acuña examining his options. Go baseline, kicks it out. Asidre attacks Escuelas. Another steal here by Castro. Oh, showtime! The crowd is loving it.
Well, if there's one person in the Mpbl who can get everybody excited, that's James Castro.
That's now 19 points in the game for Bataan's top gun. The other Castro, can he answer? Acuña offensive rebound. Three-pointer on the way, no go. And Bacoor almost got away. 3-on-1 break and Bilugan finishes. Raucous crowd right here at the Orion Sports Complex. Loving the way they're performing. Building a 7-point advantage. This was the James Castro wraparound.
Parang wala lang. Playground basketball at its finest.
And here, 60-53 ang ating score. 2 minutes and a solitary second remaining dito sa ating third quarter. We'll be right back after this timeout.
Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na.
You're looking at the crowd here at the Orion Sports Complex in Orion, Bataan. I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge Team owner of the Bataan Risers, Mr. Goody Ilagan. Bataan Governor Abed Garcia. Mayor Tony Pep Raimundo. Vice Mayor RJ Fuster. Orion Municipal Council, Barangay Chairman June Huco. Barangay Wawa Councils and Barangay Tanod. The Orion MDRKMO. Orion Bureau of Fire. The Orion Municipal Police and Marshals. Provincial Government of Bataan, Ms. Ludi Banzon. The Provincial Engineer Enrique Yuzon. Mr. Jeff Calma. Provincial Administrator Joff Loyola. LG Coordinator Erwin Oximoso. Team Coordinator Ricky Maliksi.
Marami pong salamat sa inyo lahat na sumusuporta dito sa MPBL at sa Bataan Risers.
Both teams missing on their respective offensive thrusts. Asidre swings to Acuna. Montuano was on the bench momentarily and draws a foul on the way up.
That extra dribble by Montuano could have been prevented. He had the distance from the defenders, but they opted to come closer.
Nice pass right there by Eric Acuna. Met by the trees was Montuano. Oh, there's no foul. Okay, so I stand corrected. This will be Bataan basketball.
So that was a no call?
That was a no call.
All right.
Bilugan. Look at those arms.
Haba, di ba? For his size, and that's why it's easy for him to steal.
David way off on the three-pointer. Oh, botched opportunity right there for the strikers. Crisp passing already being displayed by Bacoor. But that last pass, unable to handle for the strikers. Bilugan gets the handoff. Does the same to Espuelas. Ooh, extra pass to Donatore. But met at the rim by Destacamento. Castro kicks it out. Acuna. Montuano is against Espuelas. Two fakes. Rejection.
Well, Montuano had a free teammate right beside him in Rocky Asidre, but opted to force his way in. Even in the replay, Rocky Asidre was out there.
Even Paulo Castro.
Even Paulo Castro.
Oh, this Bataan team pushing all the right buttons, keeping the visiting Bacoor strikers at bay. Bataan holds a 5-point lead. 4 seconds remaining. De La Torre for 3. And that, ladies and gentlemen, marks the end of the third period of our main game. James Castro just coming to life once again. Consistent in this one. RJ Ramirez getting some baskets. But it was really the James Castro show in the third quarter. 19 points now in the game para kay Astro Boy. And the Bataan crowd just loving the show being put on by their home team. 60-55 is the count. We will be back for the fourth and final quarter of action.
Kaya yung mayanig ang bakbakan
Again, Commissioner's Row. Boss Emer Oreta, Operations Head, Head of Security, the Destroyer, Rudy Distrito. Kirby Raimundo, PBA legend, and another PBA legend himself, Captain Marbel Kenneth Doremtes, the Commissioner of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Fourth and final quarter of action. It has been a very intense day 20 dito sa Orion Sports Complex. Abby Balanya together with Coach JV Gayoso and Miss Mika Abisamis. We are your broadcast panel for today. It's right there by RV Bringas. Field goal story, 20 out of 58 for Bacoor and 24 out of 62 for the home team. Both teams shooting in the mid to high 30s, but obviously the defense, the name of the game for both squads.
Makita natin yung binabantayan ni Rocky Isidre is Mpbl, mismatch there, but Bataan can capitalize.
Montuano, short jumper, trickles in.
And that's the kind of shots I want him to make. Don't put that ball down anymore. No more dribble. Just take the shot. Bring it up. Because you've got space against your man.
Sobero free after that screen. Layup. Served up and in. Tinatawag mo na linalagay na lang sa ring.
Nilalagay lang. Iniwasan lang yung defender. And he's been practicing that during the halftime.
Only time would tell before Rocky Isidre hit that three-point shot. 6 points now in the game. Missed by James Castro. Galit challenges Sobero and finishes. And right away, Bataan wanting to get that basket back. 62 all na po tayo, mga kaibigan.
At dahil doon, tumahimik ang mga milyon-milyong ipin. Sa dami ng tao dito, siguro may milyon na mga ipin. Tama?
Siguro naman.
Oo.
Di ko lang talaga memorize ilan yung ipin ng isang tao.
Yeah. Mga iba, 3 lang. Oo.
Montuano secures possession. Bacoor with the numbers and Destacamento just couldn't quite finish.
And that is so frustrating because could have gotten an easy 2, much needed in the fourth quarter with 7:55 tied ball game. And you put this Sacramento on the line when you had a 4-on-1 Javi advantage. But let's see. Yeah, sorry.
Strikers opting to go for a highlight play. That was between the legs behind pass to King Destacamento. Not really the best free throw shooter. Etong si King, one of the few things that he needs to polish. Short on both. But JR Galit. Offensive rebound. Montuano is free.
Another shot by Montuano without putting that ball down. And he's done that time and time again.
64-62, lamang na po dito ang Bacoor Strikers. Here's that inside incursion by Galit. Kick out to Montuano. All net on that jumper. Timeout muna tayo. We'll be right back.
Ang bawat bayan ay sumasaya.
Back here inside the Orion Sports Complex in province of Bataan, where the visiting Bacoor Strikers have grabbed the lead against the Bataan Risers, who previously held the advantage for most of this, as Espuelas misses on a jumper. That's off a timeout.
Javi, I need to point out only because he was very effective for Bataan. Torrado, Christopher Torrado, not in the ball game to start ng fourth, and because of that, I noticed Bacoor caught up and is now leading. But the way he orchestrates and gets everybody involved, Torrado's presence, a must.
Espuelas, another try, is pure on the jumper. Tie ball game, 64 apiece. Montuano sets the pick. Dangerous pass by Ramirez. Acuna, reverse, doesn't fall. Army Bringas secures the leather. Acuna just couldn't get his hands away from the cookie jar.
He's another guy I wouldn't even bother trying to steal. Nawala yung bola, nakita mo nung niyakap na niya.
Chance here for the Risers to gain back the advantage. Castro against Isidre. Sombero at the post, one-hander, doesn't go.
Pangelinan's back into the ball game for Bacoor.
Ramirez, open jumper, gets it to fall.
Nothing much to grade for Ramirez. Everybody just stepped up, allowed him to have space to take a shot, and he did.
Tough cover here for Lester Reyes. Bringas, met at the top by King. Ramirez, that's gonna be a charge.
Wow, two guys on the left side, Rocky Isidre and Pangilinan, free for the three.
Both able three-point shooters.
Yan, even sa replay natin, Javi, kitang-kita two Bacoor guys, deadly shooters.
And it's not like they haven't hit a three-pointer in this game, Coach. Rocky Isidre already found his mark. Mark Pangilinan has come to life in that third quarter.
I mean, basketball knowledge. I mean, tendency talaga ng depensa, just protect the paint. Let them take the three kasi mismatch na nga 4 against 2. But in that situation, favoring Bataan, good defense.
But Bacoor is still up at this point after that jumper from RJ Ramirez. However, possession is at the hands of Bataan. Little mopping on the floor by our ground staff, making sure that our players are safe and that no accidents will happen because of slippery surface. That's a dangerous pass by De La Torre.
I knew they were gonna call a foul on Pangilinan. He was just hugging etong si Jason Castro.
Siyempre, sasabihin niya, wala eh. Wala naman eh.
Ayan, nakayakap siya dito sa ating screen. And when Jason tried to run, kinapitan pa niya, inawakan pa niya.
Clingy eh. Na-miss siya siguro si James Castro kasi di siya naglaro buong first half.
Oo nga, camera won't. Oh, that's a tough defensive job for Pangilinan.
Well, Bacoor trying to give him different looks on the defensive end. Sacramento switches on him. Right away, Castro attacks the defense. Short, Sombero, Sorry, that was Bilugan who missed on the putback.
Pero Bilugan, the shortest guy in the paint, but with the longest arms, nakukuha pa rin niya.
Ramirez. That's a blank. But possession will stay with the Strikers. Five minutes and 15 remaining dito sa ating laro. Bacoor Strikers leading 66-64 over the Bataan Risers. Destacamento fails to get the putback.
Oh, bad pass.
Couldn't handle the heat.
Let me point out something that I learned. Three-point shooter itong si Pangilinan. Even if he's asking the ball until he's set up for the three, that's when you make the pass. But he was still running out. Rocky Asidre, errant pass, ball goes to Bataan.
Castro steps back. Jumper short. Sombrero, another offensive rebound. Destacamento doing nothing to challenge that. But the Strikers end up with possession.
King Destacamento just waiting for the attempt and just puts his hands at the path of the ball. But Rocky Asidre, boom! This time he wasn't standing, and I pointed that out to you. He had that forward motion upon receiving the ball. Oh!
That's a forced shot by James Castro. Double black eye for him because he will be called for the defensive foul. That's going to be team foul number 3 para sa kanila. Let's look at the previous offensive ng Bacoor. That's too much daylight for a guy as lethal as Rocky Asidre.
Tsaka kung kailang crucial, dyan mo talaga aasahan. Hindi mo na gustong ipasa sa iba. Well, Mark Pangilinan as well, silang dalawa taking outside shots. Rivera penetrating in the two big men, just doing their jobs, doing the yeoman's job. Oh!
And the man you would think na hindi naman talaga titira para sa Bacoor gets a basket of that pass by Rocky Asidre. But miraculous shot to answer by Gilmer De La Torre.
Tama ka doon. Reyes actually, his job is to guard Bringas. But he got a lucky chance there to score and he was able to.
Destacamento, Lukits Pangilinan. The shooter decides to drive. Gets stripped. One man to beat. The hoop in the harm for Gilmer De La Torre. There's that outlet pass. Gilmer almost lost control, but regains that leather and finishes despite the foul. De La Torre has had significant contributions in this game, coach. 12 minutes off the bench. Now 8 points para sa kanya.
Tsaka makulit siya sa depensa.
Yes.
Pinahihirapan niya talaga. He's helping out. Yun nga lang, Rocky Asidre caught all alone. But his defense on Rivera, just hounding. (71-69) is the count. Oh!
The crowd chanting defense, and Lester Reyes called for the illegal pick. Let's look at that once again.
Yeah, I need to correct myself as well. Ramirez is the person I was pointing out.
I think Lester Reyes has a case there, coach.
Yep. Could have been a let go because he really didn't move. A slight forward motion, but
referees jumping to the middle of what could have been a scuffle between Sombrero and RJ Ramirez. Ito si Jetro trying to get under the skin of RJ. Of course, his team down by 2 points with 3 and 14 remaining. Ramirez, this is his debut for the Bacoor Strikers. Was absent in their game against the Mindoro Taps, providing the much needed playmaking, offensive firepower, but also a spark on the defensive end for Coach Ray Mendez.
Oh, you know, I'm surprised Montuano is sitting, and he has been effective also in scoring for Bacoor. With 3 minutes remaining, I'm sure didiskarte na sila kung kailan maipapasok ito. But I know that what really slowed down or lessened dito sa Bacoor is giving the open players somebody orchestrating rather than somebody trying to create for himself and eventually making an extra pass.
Warning on number 21, RJ Ramirez for unsportsmanlike behavior. Technical foul on number 4, Jetro Sombrero for unsportsmanlike behavior. After incurring another technical foul, Jetro Sombrero out of the play court.
Ooh, this is big. Huge development right here.
Well, he wasn't really involved in the situation that occurred, but he made himself a part of it by bumping into Ramirez. That's gonna be costly for them if Mark Pangilinan makes a shot.
Sombrero has been one of the key players in the rotation para kay Coach J.R. Villanueva. 9 points, 5 rebounds, most of them on the offensive glass. He's made a lot of second chance opportunities happen for the Risers. Let's see that sequence once again. There's that moving pick that was called, and that is Jetro Sombrero getting called for a technical foul because he was trying to snatch the ball away from RJ Ramirez. If you can recall, he was called for a technical earlier after shouting at our referees for profane language.
And that's understanding the ball game. You know, a foul was called. Even if you rush at getting the ball from Ramirez, you can't immediately inbound. So there was really no point in trying to, you know, start something till everybody gets up and is in proper position to start.
Puts another point on their lead. Talking about the strikers, Castro's been silent the past few possessions. 3-pointer is no good. Destacamento skies for the rebound. The ball was tapped, but last touch on Bataan.
Bilugan once again. Nandun na naman, sumusubok magnakaw ng mga defensive rebounds ng Bacoor.
When you look at him first glance, minsan akala mo 4 guy siya pero guardia talaga siya.
Guardia talaga. And he looks tiny. But his long arms just, you know, extends everything for him.
Ramirez, that lane is open, overshoots the mark. Montuano, offensive rebound, 2 seconds on the shot clock.
Oh.
Baguio, sidestep. That's gonna be a foul on Reddy Stevens. Reddy Stevens, first appearance in this game after starting this one for Coach Ray Mendez.
Montuano wasn't aware that the ball didn't hit the ring. 2 seconds by the time he was able to realize. Great hard defense there by Andretti Stevens, preventing an easy 2. Titingnan natin kung paano makapag-convert.
Dante Baguio Jr. 7 points and 7 rebounds in their last game against Gensan. Now scoring on point number 5. He also has 4 rebounds and an assist to his name ito sa ating laro.
Saka experience talaga. Kita mo, pati release and everything.
Di kinakabog. Itong si Dante Baguio. Driving and playing in front of their home crowd. 1 point lead para sa Strikers. Stevens, emergency pass. Stolen. And you knew he wanted that back. Sends his apologies to his head coach. There's that previous play.
Well, he had the shot and opted to pass. And that's the reason why it's better to make an attempt than lose the ball.
That's turnover number 19 para sa Strikers. Bataan only has 11. De La Torre pulls up against Destacamento. Rebound ends up with Baguio. There's a chance here for Bataan. Ramirez against Gilmer De La Torre. That is just too much space para makabuelo para dito kay RJ Ramirez.
I think Montuano just wiped everybody clean off the path.
David, there was contact but no foul call, and Ramirez will wisely slow things down. 74 to 71 is the count under a minute remaining here. Tense moments for Bataan. Montuano. Oh! Shot falling down. No problem right there for Mark Montuano. At 16 points in the game despite sitting on the bench for a lengthy period of time. Still owns scoring honors para sa Bacoor Strikers. It might be the biggest basket of this game.
Oo nga, maganda yung pahinga niya eh. Kasi nakikita mo, takbo siya ng takbo. He was given ample rest, was able to finish that layup. That's a very tough thing to do for a team coming into Bataan and pulling off a win here at home.
76 to 71, 5-point lead para dito sa Bacoor Strikers. Timeout muna tayo. Mark Montuano and the Bacoor Strikers holding a 5-point advantage over the home team, itong Bataan Risers. We're here live at the Orion Sports Complex in Bataan. Dante Baguio Jr. will be tested now from the 15-foot parallel, and that is a crucial miss para sa kanya.
But hats off to him. He played a great game, no? Putting quality minutes every time he's in.
And that ejection by Jetro Sombero proved to be a big development and a thorn on the side of the Risers. Split at the line for Dante. Apat ang hinahabol dito ng Bataan. They only have 3 team fouls. Electing not to get one. Montuano, they will be patient here. Bilugan, whoa, almost got the ball away from Stevens and completes the turnover. The length nito ni Bilugan, coach, bothering a very experienced and heady point guard in Andretti Stevens.
Yung distance niya, makikita mo yung kamay, abot na abot.
Great stop right here for Bataan. 26.8 seconds left. They still have a timeout left, both teams.
And they don't need the 3, they just need to penetrate strong. Oh, they should have gone straight to the basket for a quick 2.
They're taking too long on this offensive. Castro. Too much time. Burn. 6 seconds left. Can Bacoor hold on?
And they wasted too much time looking for the 3-point shot. Etong Bataan. As soon as they receive, just go straight to the basket. That's what they should have done. Wow.
What a disappointing loss for the Bataan Risers.
But what a great win for a team to come all the way here to Bataan and pull off an upset against the home team, Bataan Risers.
While playing in front of a boisterous crowd, itong Bacoor City Strikers just really held their poise, clawed back little by little into this one. And this guy, Mark Montuano, all game brilliance for him.
Napakaganda nga ng pinakita niya, 16.7 rebounds, 2 assists. Pero huwag dapat malungkot ang mga Bataan fans kasi babalik tayo dito sa July 2. July 2 pa naman, pero still, babalik pa rin tayo. Wow. The long ride home to Bacoor will be a happy one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Bataan holding the lead for most of this game until the latter part of that fourth quarter. Again, as I mentioned earlier, that ejection by Jetro Sombero proved to be the turning point in which Bacoor was able to snatch away the advantage. Now let's turn you over to Ms. Mika Abisames, who is with our best player of the game, Mark Montuano.
Thank you, Javi. Mark, naging very intense yung naging very intense yung laro, ano. Clearly, yung fans hindi in favor of you guys. Pero gusto ko lang malaman, anong nasa isip mo buong fourth quarter para matapos nyo na tong laro?
Ano lang, gusto ko lang maglaro ng maayos hanggat maaari. Kailangan yung defense talaga nagpapanalo sa amin eh. Wala namang malakas na team o mahinang team, basta dumidepensa. Tsaka pinagandaan namin tong laban na to kasi gusto talaga namin makabawi. Kasi nung first game namin, home court pa namin, tinalo kami. Tapos parang overconfidence kami noon. Pero this time hindi na. Kain kung kain.
Ngayon, sila ang tinalo nyo sa home court nila. Meron ka bang mga gusto batiin?
Yes, binabati ko lahat ng mga taga-Bacoor na sumusuporta sa amin. Yung mga boss namin, si Sir Mayor, si Ma'am Shay, at saka yung mga boss namin, si Boss Denny, si Ma'am Lai, na talaga palagi nandyan. Tsaka yung family ko, si Jinky, tsaka yung anak ko, si Kate. At saka si mga taga-Nueva Ecija, mga Ignacio family. Taga Batangas, Montuano, Mindoro, Montuano family. At saka mga Santiago, at saka mga taga Isabela. Yun. Tsaka yung mga taga-Taytay, tsaka yung mga team Kyle. Hindi ko na kayo isa-isahin.
Okay, congratulations. What a win. Back to you guys, Javi and Coach JP.
Thank you, Mika Abisames. Congratulations once again.
Sorry, Javi, nakalimutan ko. Batiin Shaq Alanes watching the ball game. Oh my.
Shaq Alanes, one of my batchmates from Junior NBA 2008, together with sila Mark Talio. But abangan natin mga kaibigan, our games on Saturday. But before that, congratulations to the Bacoor City Strikers once again. And yun na nga, ang ating games on Saturday that will happen in the city of Santa Rosa Multipurpose Complex in Laguna. First game, Quezon City going up against the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, who won today in our first game.
Napakaganda. What an exciting ball game. We have more to come.
And for Coach JV Gayoso, Ms. Mika Abisamis, and the rest of our production crew, this has been Javi Palanya saying good night from the Orion Sports Complex.
3